Hello again, and welcome to another episode on the Hypermine server with Cass on the Maizuma channel. And we are back, guys, we are back, so welcome my dear subscribers to a new episode on this lovely day, on this lovely server. And I have some progress to show. As always, we will start the video with a few updates so you guys can know what I have been doing off camera here in between episodes. Alright, the first thing is about those, I don't know what you call this, these glass walls, because you guys think that those are windows, but those are really walls. And it will be clear when I show you guys the porch there. So it used to be 4 wide with the glass here, but then I added this, and I don't know, it feels more like a mature design. Yes, the glass here was really awful. And then this thing here is a little bit smaller because I also added this line here, and it's much better in my opinion. And this thing here is almost the same as the other side, but I added a few little differences so we can basically pick one design or the other, or neither one. We can change everything basically. So yeah, I added a little bit of roof here, and I will show you guys from the outside in a bit. And yeah, we have this amazing porch here. I don't know what we will have down there exactly, but look at this view, guys. Look how amazing this is. This is exactly what the kind of thing I was expecting to see when I went through this area here. And let's go to the other side. Should be almost the same, but not exactly. In the future, I have some ideas for that area. You guys can see that we basically don't have anything there, but we will have. So let's see this roof. Let's see this roof I'm talking about. Ta-da! Yeah, I decided to go with the shape we had before. Just, you know, just trying things out. So I kept that shape like this and tried to do this a little bit smaller. It was a bit challenging because those things have the same size, but you can see that this middle section actually looks a little bit smaller, and that's because of the roof, but the wall is the same size as those two. I think it's a nice effect. Also the porch probably helps with that effect, but I think it looks really good on this side, which is the only side we worked on so far. But this is not final, of course. As I always say, your opinions are very important, and if we need to change this, I'll probably change. I have never seen a roof where with those fence details there, and if you guys think that this is too weird, maybe we can change this into something else. I don't mind rebuilding things. I'm not saying it was not a lot of work. Like, building roofs is always a lot of work. You need to design them, and you cannot even like sneak on top of stairs, so you fall all the time. You know, but that's okay. That's okay. And something I always forget to mention: if you have ideas that you think is better showing me with a picture, you can send me pictures on Twitter. Please don't post links in the comments section, because those go automatically to my spam box, and I have a lot of things in that spam box, so I usually don't read, so they go to the limbo. I will never read your message if you send me links with your message. Okay, so to the differences, yeah. Those two sides are going to look the same, okay? But for now, I added a few options here. You can see that I added a little bit of detail to this front face here. You can see above the little glass thing here, a little bit of detail. And I just added that because maybe we will build a room there, like an attic thing. And maybe we will change this into a window, but if not, maybe we could add something here just for this thing not to be too plain, you know. And also the staircase here, which is something we're going to extend in the future, because we're going to change this terrain, because we're going to add another floor on this thing underneath everything you see here. So this staircase here, I decided to follow, I don't know, consistency maybe, because I started using stone brick staircases there in all the elevations I made here. So just to keep consistency, I decided to try out the stone brick staircase here. Okay, maybe we should get rid of this line, I'm not really sure, but if you guys see on this other side, I changed a few things. So this staircase is now oak because it's also consistent with the floor. All the floor is going to be oak wood. So this is more like, I don't know, it kind of flows from more naturally. But I'm not sure, I'm not really sure which option I should go for. So if you have any opinions, feel free to write down in the comments. And yes, this little detail here is a little bit different. I added a few oak plank blocks back there so you guys can't see the sky through that thing, just so hopefully we can make a better judgment here. All right, so yeah, a little kind of different type of window there. And also you can see the corners here. I removed the blocks from these corners here, and this side has the corners flat as they were when I built it. So yes, those are flat, and those are, I know, they have a little bit more shape here. So I'm not sure still if I should keep this with the blocks removed, or if I should have a flat front side, or maybe I could add a few birch fences there. Okay, so those are all the differences. Your opinions are very welcome. I don't know if this is looking too modern now since I added those roofs. Some people suggested that I should do flat roofs for modern buildings, and I agree, I really agree, but this is the first idea. And I also want to thank you guys very much for the really great feedback you guys gave me on the last video. If you check out the last video, you will probably not see the nice comments, and that's because there was, I don't know, a mess up with YouTube, and I basically re-uploaded the video. So that's why I have less views and less comments there. I didn't delete the old video because the comments were pretty cool, so I decided just to upload another video and make the first one unlisted. So if you guys want to see the comments, just check the last video, the video before this one, and in the video description you will find a link to the unlisted video where the comments are. The video is the same, but the audio is fixed. Alright, so much for progress update here, guys. I think it's time for us to move on to our new project, to today's project, if I eat first. Oh well, Minecraft, when are you not going to surprise us with some new bug? This little guy here is actually inside the minecart, and he's moving the minecart, and it's being rendered as if he's outside of the minecart, and he's shaking his head as well. Okay, guys, can you guess what today's project is going to be about? I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. If you look around me. Alright, so a couple of episodes ago we tried to automate this thing here, but it didn't went really well. Our villager disappeared here. But as I told you guys, I was not really worried because yes, we need to, I don't know, to work with something more efficient. This was going to be like for fun, but now that I have tested this thing here and that thing back there that I showed you guys a few days ago, I know that this thing works perfectly. So yeah, this little house here is going to hold all of our items. We have 3 item frames here. One for carrots, another one for wheat, and another one for potatoes. And we need to hook up this little system that we had set up before because this project failed. Oh no, oh no. And instead we're going to hook up a system that we're going to build down here. So in between episodes I have been coming here and digging around this area. So this is the area where we are going to have our wheat farm. You guys can see that I have already placed the floor. Where you see those granite blocks is where the water will be to hydrate the place. And you will also notice that this could be bigger than it is, but we are not going to make it any bigger. I have checked with the villager breeder, and the villager breeder is smaller than this, and it generates a lot of food. And we are going to have not only wheat here, but also carrots at this floor, and potatoes at this floor. One of the reasons is also because I don't want the villagers to walk around too much. And if possible, we were going to try to have 2 villagers in each of those farms. I don't know if I have all the villagers at this point because of the accident I explained to you guys in the last episode. But in today's episode, we're gonna have at least one villager in each of those cells. So don't worry, we're gonna do it. Okay, so uh, this cell here is going to be a little bit different because we need a minecart here to pick up the items. We cannot use the same trick we're going to use up there because if you guys missed the episode, I found out a little trick where you don't need two villagers to farm carrots and potatoes automatically. Only one villager can be tricked into planting something that we can steal from him or her. But this doesn't work here because the villager is going to be planting seeds and the villager cannot run out of seeds, otherwise he's going to pick up wheat and make bread, and we don't want bread in this farm. Maybe we want, I don't know. Okay, so we will need a minecart here to pick up the items. And the way we're going to activate this minecart is also pretty cool. And once again, as always, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I haven't tested anything in creative. I'm going straight to survival. And yeah, maybe let's start by figuring out the track layout here that we're going to use here. I haven't figured out a really good way, but I know a way that will probably cover all the area. I have been trying some ways here, thinking, but not placing blocks. But now let's just try this. I'm not sure where we're gonna have the powered rails, so let's not worry about those for now. So our minecart hopper is going to do this, and yeah, let's finish this side. The complicated part is, of course, when we get next to those blocks here. So one idea here is we start doing this. So yes, coincidentally, we can cover 100% of this area and start doing this here. And if we are lucky enough, yes, this is going to turn to this side. Okay, so if we do the same here, we run into a problem. We get the minecart inside a loop, and we don't want that. So I think that we can try to do a loop here, and another one here. But then we have this area to cover, and then we're going to use the same, the same kind of shape here. I don't know if this is dumb, really. I'm just trying to find out a pattern to cover 100% of the area. Okay, so we got away with that. So we can finally go all the way here, and the same pattern we are using here will work on this side. Okay, guys, so I finally found a possibly less dumb pattern here that is totally symmetric, and well, manages to get the minecart all the way to the other side. And you see, when the minecart has to go next to the hoppers, it really struggles. When the minecart has to do a lot of curves and it doesn't have any powered rail because it's curving, of course, the minecart has a really hard time going anywhere. So yeah, this pattern works. I'm still not really satisfied with what this thing is at the moment, but I don't think I'm gonna change this anytime soon. I just think I'm gonna have to cover all of this with dirt and never see this thing again. But you know, coming up with these kind of rail things is actually very fun. So if you guys wanna try this, I really recommend, because you know, it's really fun. It's just like a puzzle that you have to cover 100% of the area, but there are some I don't know, some blocks that are unreachable, and yeah. Okay, so this works. I'm gonna cover all of this with dirt, and we're going to start working on the next floor. Okay, people, I just finished building the walls, and you can see those jack-o'-lanterns here. Those are temporary, of course. We need to figure out a lighting system here for this thing to work. This is the first floor still, so we don't need any special kind of lighting here. We just need to light up the entire area here and everything will work. But for the second floor, we need a special kind of lighting. And well, we don't get to work on that until we can build all the floors actually. And I just realized that I'm gonna need 10 stacks of dirt, and it just so happens that I have less than half of it. So I need to gather some of those things. So maybe we should do another time lapse here with the proper audio this time. I will make sure this works. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some dirt. I know exactly where I should yeah obtain this resource, and then I'm gonna bring the villagers here, which should as always be a pain. So this is going to be a small time lapse, and I will be right back. All right, guys. Wow, man, we have done so much around here. We collected all this dirt, we built all this area, we brought all the three villagers, we fed them with items, and wow, this was crazy. Lots of hours, guys. Okay, so I decided to stop now and do a little bit of explanations to how this is going to work. And I'm gonna enter a kind of tutorial mode now, okay, if you guys don't mind. So we already know that this guy is going to be the responsible for the wheat farm, and we know that this minecart is going to collect everything for us. And this is the only complicated floor here. We have 3 floors up there, and every drop from each of the floors we're going to follow this hopper line and eventually meet down here in the middle. So let's have a look on what we have here. We only have 2 layers here, as you can see, this layer and the dirt. All right, so I wanna just give you guys some explanation on how to do the things I'm doing here. All right, so we already have the villager. He already has 8 stacks of a single item. And we need to find a special block at the center of this thing. So the way I do this is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I follow with 1, 2, 3, 4 towards the center. And I know now that this block, this invisible dirt block here, is going to be the center of the thing, and I need to have a hopper underneath it. So normally you would need just a chest connected to this hopper to farm anything you want from this, except for wheat and beetroots, which are awesome in the game, the best thing ever. But since this is a multi-level thing, you will probably need to lead things outside of the farm so you can collect the items. All right, so now we need to make sure that this dirt block is going to have a minecart hopper inside it. So I'm gonna show you a little trick that makes everything so much easier. You don't need pistons for that. Just use 3 rails like this. Place your minecart hopper here and just give it a push. And then get rid of the rails. And you can place your dirt just like this. So now, make sure that you know where your rail is, where your minecart is, I mean. because we need now to control the light level here, and this guy should have light level 7. So it needs to be light level 7, and one of its neighbors here should also have light level 7. So in this case, as I will be standing here outside the glass, I want to see the villager moving to the sides. So I'll just pick this block and of course this other block here. Okay. So how do we do the light levels? First, let's get rid of those blocks because they are here just temporarily, because we didn't want mobs to spawn here while we were bringing the villagers. And on each of those corners, you have to go to one of the corners and count diagonally 2 blocks. So 1, 2, and on the third block you place a glowstone block. And do the same to all of the 4 corners. And then this is pretty dark still, so we need to take care of a few things still. So follow this line, and when you reach the end of it, again count 2 blocks. So 1, 2, and then dig and place a lamp, and do the exact same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and place a lamp. So we are almost done. So here, if I press F3, you can see that we still have light level 7 here, and 1 block to the side we already have light level 8. So this is fine, but this is not fine. You can see here light levels are dangerous. So just imagine a line from those 2 blocks extending up to the end here, and when you finish this, on each side of this line, of this 2 wide line, we're going to count 1, 2, 3 blocks and dig here and place 2 more glowstone blocks. So like this. And let's make sure now that we still have light level 7 here, and if you go to any of the sides, we are going to have light level 8 or above, except for this side. And this side we are not going to use symmetry because we don't want those 4 blocks to have light level 7. We only want those 2. So instead of 3 blocks, we're going to count 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll place this and skip 2 blocks and place this other one here. And let's check again. So light level 7, and did I skip 3 blocks only? 1, 2, 3. Wow, I'm the best with counting, man. Can I make more mistakes? Okay, and that's it, guys. This is how you set up this little room. Alright, so even if you extend this room, you don't have to mind about the light levels, because those are the lamps responsible for keeping those 2 blocks at light level 7, and if you go anywhere outside those 2 blocks, we're going to be above this light level. You can see that this little guy here has already noticed that we have farmland here, and she wants to plant. So before you proceed, make sure that you can't find any other blocks with light level 7. Once you start working the area here, no mobs will be able to spawn here because those blocks are transparent. But if you don't make sure that everything is at the correct light level, any items you plant around here will pop off, so you don't want that, right? Okay, so that was tutorial mode me. And I hope I helped you if you want to do the same design as I am doing here. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to take care of all this dirt here, transform everything into useful things here, and then I will start setting up the redstone that's going to connect everything to the item elevator and our already in place item sorter. Alright guys, so I will see you in a second. And hello again, guys. 1 day has passed since the last cut, really, and I have been AFKing here. And well, let me show you this. Haha! Amazing, we have a new house here, and this house provides all of those 3 kinds of things here. Wow, we have a lot of stuff here. Some droppers are probably filled up with items, but this is something we will take care in the future. You guys can see what I have here. So I already had that setup up there. with 3 small item elevators plus the item filter. By the way, I should show you guys this. This thing here is interesting. This is the leftover chest, so this is what we get here. I already brought some stuff from there to somewhere else, and yeah. So you see we have these glass columns there, and that just reminds me that there is a couple of things that I should mention if you want to build this in survival. I know that I did kind of a tutorial here, but there are a couple of really important things that I forgot to mention in the video, and I don't think we have time to talk about all that stuff now. So if you guys really want to build this, wait a little bit and I will make a tutorial on this, so you guys won't have any problems with that in the future. But everything is working, everything is so perfect now. I just need to add 1 extra villager in each of those farms here, and everything will be so fast. It's already fast, you know. So let me show you guys how this is working now. I told you that the way we were going to activate the minecart was going to be something interesting. So we don't need a timer here. Instead, whenever one of those 2 guys collect something, either carrots or potatoes, the item goes through here, and this comparator will detect it, so it will send a signal to the minecart. So we don't need a timer, we just need to detect when a new item goes through this hopper line down here. And yeah, minecart's working pretty well down here. I was going to make a one of those glass item elevators, but I don't know, I just decided to go with this for now. Maybe, most probably, I would say I will change this design in the future, but not for now. Okay, so there's a simple item elevator here that's taking care of all the items that comes here, potatoes and carrots all the time. Man, this farm is super fast, really fast. And yeah, so much for the redstone. It's just an item elevator connected to 3 other tileable item elevators. I decided to use 1 item elevator instead of using 3 item elevators, since we already have the item filter up there. There's something possibly interesting here. Let me just break this block. Wow, perfect timing. So this minecart here, you can see that it's broken. So what I did here is I placed 1, 2, 3, I don't know, let's place just a couple of items there. And what this will do is it will filter automatically, so the minecart will only collect wheat. So I have been experimenting with 3 hoppers here, so it goes through those 3 hoppers. So it places 3 items when it comes, and 3 extra items when it goes. And basically this is what I expect to get from this farm. So 6 new crops every time the minecart goes, and it's quite frequent. As you can see here, this thing fires all the time. So maybe I should also change this thing into, I don't know, just detect the potatoes and not the potatoes and carrots, because those guys are collecting all the time. We have items all the time. Basically every time this thing flashes, we get a new item. So this is a really fast little farm. So yeah, this is how this works, but it's not perfect. I was just experimenting with some stuff, and I will probably change this. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can see. Okay, now we made a mistake. So let me try to maybe half of this here, and let's send this minecart away. Go. Perfect timing once again. Okay guys, so yeah, this is it for this system. This is really complicated to move around here. Wow. But yeah, we have all that stuff, we have everything hooked up here, and it means that we basically have almost all the farms working now. We just need a raw chicken farm here, and we're going to be done. Everything that can be automated for villager trading is going to be automated here, and we have done pretty good job here. We have been recording for 10 episodes. It's episode number 9, but I started at episode 0, so it's 10 episodes now. And yeah, on episode 10 we're going to take a break and talk about things that we have done so far. But I'm so happy with everything that we have now. Let me show you something. Yes, I have all those items here, but I have been trading. Let me show you just something very interesting here. This. I have more. I have those 4 stacks here. Actually, this 2 stacks and a half, but I have more somewhere else. And wow, this place is really amazing. You can do so much in such a little time, and I don't know. I'm just happy with all the results we are getting here in such a small amount of time. So I don't know. I'm just rambling now. So once again, let's finish the episode, and thank you very, very much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.